Halftime of the season opener for the men's basketball team. It is the halftime report. The Utectics in Oakland City tonight. Darius Dorsey, our guest. I'm Assistant Sports Director Greg Tadish. And Darius, getting back in the lineup for you, I know, is a big deal. We'll start with that in the injury front. How difficult was last year having to sit out and miss a season?
It was actually pretty terrible. I mean, 4 weeks before the season even started, I had a big injury. Ended up having to miss the whole season. Super rare injury, but I mean, tearing it and going through the surgery, it was a process for sure. Waking up at like 5 in the morning to go to therapy, still doing school, walking around in a sling, and then being scared to just move my arm back because the way it tore was so crazy. So prepping for that was definitely a grind. And now that I'm healthy, I'm ready to go, and I'm excited for the season for sure.
Super rare injury. I think you told me yesterday it was a pectoral injury. Can you go into details of what happened and what made it so rare?
Yeah, so basically what happened was my arm got tied up with a jump ball, and then the guy pulled my arm, and basically my pec muscle tore, so my bicep fell off my humerus. So yeah, it was terrible. Felt really weird too, just a pop, and it was so simple because after I tried to close out, lifted up my arm, and it just tore.
Does it make you hesitant this season leading up to tonight and the opener of going through a training camp when you're supposedly 100%? You probably got that in the back of your mind, like, man, I know what happened last time. I don't want to get anywhere near that. Is that is that there?
It was, but now I think I've done so much PT, push-ups, and everything that I'm pretty much good to go.
So how excited are you to get back into live action and see a game for the first time in 2 years? You got to be chomping at the bit, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, actually feel weird because I missed a whole year of basketball. So this feeling of actually playing still is pretty weird, but I'm definitely excited. Watching last year gave me a lot of wisdom, so I think I'm ready to play.
It's interesting. I look at your practice schedule every day, just about every day. Coach Danny Brown's got you guys in the gym at 5:30. I'd have a hard time playing basketball if I had to practice at 5:30. How tough is that for you? Do you like that schedule? Does that jive with what you got going on in school and scholastic wise?
No, it doesn't really fit, if I'm being quite honest. I pulled some all-nighters and went straight to practice, and it's definitely a grind. Like, I have a cardio exam today that I'm prepping for, so it's definitely a grind. It's not for everyone, but, I mean, I love it.
How much – it's interesting because game one, you can put as much time as you want into it, and then once the season starts, it's kind of game to game to game. How much prep have you done for Oakland City versus just kind of work on what you guys need to work on and schemes for you versus how much have you looked at their film?
Oh, we looked at a little bit of film. Really, we're just focused on us. We got a lot of new guys, so we're trying to put everything together, just focusing on having that – being comprehensive together on offense and just playing together.
It's interesting. I know when you guys had your photo shoot day, you had 4 seniors, 4 sophomores, and 5 freshmen, not a junior in the group. And the 4 seniors is nice, but you're going to have to rely on some youth. How has that youth looked in your coaching brain and what you know of the sport, and having to sit out last year and kind of scout a little bit, and now you see these 9 underclassmen? How have they meshed, and how important are they going to be to your success this year?
They're definitely going to have to step up their game and be prepared. And I think they've actually been doing a really good job of paying attention to the details that they need to do in the games. And they just really need to have that fire. As long as they have that fire, they're going to be great.
I want to ask you about Coach Brown again because I had a little short stint back here at UHSP when it was College of Pharmacy doing some work with the basketball team in 2014 to 17, and that's right around when Coach Danny Brown came on the scene. The program was in the doldrums. They went through a long, long losing streak, and I was actually surprised when I got hired on about 2 months ago that he's still here. Yeah. He went through all of that, and 5 to 6 years later, here he is. What kind of dedication does that guy have to this team? Because when I see him around the office, he's very low-key, level-headed, but I could see him on the floor being totally different. What do you guys get from him, and what kind of coach is he?
He's a great coach, and you can really tell that he loves the game, and I really consider him like he's just a really great person and individual person, and the fact that he is this dedicated really rubs off on me because it instantly gives me a lot of fire, and just I love to play for him. and he's great. And the way that he's changed the program has been amazing.
It's interesting. You come from a high school team in CBC that has some basketball history.
Yep.
And this place is not exactly known for having that basketball IQ and history.
Yeah.
Has that been challenging for you going from the high level of high school to, man, we won 10 games last year, and that's actually looked at as a pretty good season. Has that been tough?
Yeah, it has been tough, but you got to look at it. It's kind of the education. I mean, like, we're literally studying to be pharmacists while, other schools, they aren't studying as hard as us. So, I mean, you got to look at that. But, I mean, it has been a transition, but also in high school, I only scored 100 points, and I'm in college, and I've, quadrupled. So I actually love my college experience, and I've evolved as a basketball player.
So what would a successful year be in your eyes this season for you?
Definitely to make the playoffs. I would love to win the AMC tournament and have a winning record.
Great to meet you. Good luck the rest of the season. Appreciate it. Thanks.
For sure. Have a good one.
Darius Dorsey, our guest. We're at the half. Oakland City in town. Back to the College Cast crew coming up in a bit.